Hi guys, and thanks for tuning in today. Today I wanted to go ahead and start another video in the Glock Armorer class. The Glock Generation 3 parts. This is on most of your Glock Generation 3s, pretty much an exploded view of a Glock Gen 3. Is if you see here, and we can follow my marker, number one is the slide, and that's going to be this part right here. You have the barrel, which is this part here. You have the recoil spring assembly, and as you follow my mouse, it goes down to show you. You have the firing pin, which of course ignites the mixture of gases inside the cartridge, which is down here. Okay. You have the spacer sleeve, which is 5, which is this. You have the firing pin spring, which is 6. 7, you have the spring caps. They are these little caps here. 8, you have the firing pin safety, which is this part here. With the spring is 9, the firing pin spring. And this is the part a lot of times I mention if you change, you can have some problems. 10 is the extractor, and that's that part right there that goes into the side of the slide that pulls your shell out. Then you have the extractor depressor plunger, this part here, that presses against that. Then you have the extractor depressor's plunger spring, which is this part. 13 is your spring-loaded bearing. Then you have the slide cover, which is this part in the back that covers everything up and keeps it sealed. You have the rear sight, which is 15 right here. You have your front sight, which is 15A, this one right here. You have your frame of your gun right here, polymer frame, high impact polymer. You have your magazine catch, which would be that goes right in the actual frame, so it comes out, it's right there. And you have the spring for the magazine catch right here, which is 17. You have slide lock spring, and the slide lock, of course, that locks the slide of the gun. Slide lock spring, and that's 19, which is right up. I'll find it here. 16, 19 right there. Okay, that's the slide lock. This part here that goes in here, that goes up and down. That's that. The 20 is the slide lock. This goes in here and allows you to release your slide, but also the front of the barrel locks on that too. You have your locking block, which is 21. You have the trigger mechanism housing, which is the whole round part here that consists of your housing ejector and the piece of plastic. Everything goes into there, like your connector, your trigger spring, your trigger bar, end of the connection to there, that whole mechanisms. Then you have your connector, which is 23. You have your trigger spring, which is 24, and that, like I say, goes into the housing. Then you have your trigger with trigger bar, which is right here, 25. Okay, 26, you have the slide stop. That stops your slide, which is right here. When you're firing or putting a magazine in the gun, you have your trigger spring. Let's see, trigger house pin, trigger pin, I'm sorry, trigger pin. I'm getting confused with numbers here because there's so many of them. There's 27 right here. Okay, see it, 27. And you have your trigger housing pin, which is 28. Then a 29, you have your follower. Okay, that's going in your magazine right here. Okay, follower, see. Kind of trying to move in my mouse here, so we can try to do it. You have your magazine spring, it goes inside the magazine, which is 30. 31, you have the magazine floor plate right here. 31. 31A is a magazine insert. 32 is the magazine tube. And then 33 is the locking block pin. So you can kind of look at these at leisure. These are all the parts. Note that the recoil spring assembly 3 is different in a Gen 3 and in a Gen 4. But the next one will be showing what the Gen 4 looks like. But thanks a lot for tuning into this video, and I hope it was educational. So thanks for tuning in, and have a great day.